Hello, my name is André, and I will present the research called Effect of Winning or Losing on Inhibitory Control in Cichlid Fish. One way to establish the social ranking in animals is by fights, which can be really costly, particularly for individuals that lose the contest. In consequence, some behaviors that minimize these costs and modulate decision-making are selected. One of them is the winner and loser effect, in which animals that experience defeats tend to avoid or lose future fights, and animals that experience victories tend to fight and win more. For the losers, this behavior change should be followed by some type of inhibitory propensity to fight in further contests. That propensity depends on the inhibitory control, an executive function studying different animal groups, being used as a good indicator of cognitive flexibility and general intelligence, besides being a constant for different tests. The detour paradigm is a common way to infer the inhibitory control. It is basically a situation where a direct route to a goal is blocked and a detour must be made to reach it. Here we use the detour reaching task. So, you wonder if losers' inhibition of fighting behavior could be linked to inhibitory control in other tasks, in this case, the detour reaching task. Thus, we test if losers show higher cognitive inhibitory control than winners. We used 89 cichlid fish divided in 5 groups: the ones that lost 2 fights, the ones that won 2 fights, the ones that won the first fight and lost the second, the ones that lost the first one and won the second, and a tied group that fought against a mirror. Fish were trained 20 times to feed behind an opaque obstacle and thereafter were tested 10 times with a transparent one. Fish had to recover the learned detour and avoid trying to cross through the transparent obstacle for achieving the food, thus showing inhibitory control. Contrary to our expectations, there was no difference in the variables analyzed. Here, as an example, the latency to perform the detour, which even with certain variation showed no difference between the groups. Another example is the success to perform the detour, which refers to the percentage of fish that made the detour without hitting the obstacle at all. These results can be explained by the fluidity of groups. A change in inhibitory control could affect the ability of individual behave in the most appropriate way, for example, if it rank changes. In addition, inhibitory control is important for several other intra- and interspecific interactions, perhaps not being such a plastic trait. So, with your results, everything indicates that the previous experience of losing or winning does not seem to cause any significant change in the inhibitory control.